Yo, what's going on, lads and lassies? Welcome back to Crypto Daily on this analysis video on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin chart, as you can see, we did have a bearish sell signal from Lux Algo, came down, broke through this trend line, and now Bitcoin is currently forming a bear flag pattern, which is typically a bearish pattern. Bitcoin is currently testing support between 101,894 and 100,452. If Bitcoin does break below this support level, then the next level of support is going to be between 98,700 and 96,880. And then finally we have this area of support between 91,900 and 88,226. If Bitcoin does come down to this area, I think this would be a very good buying opportunity. However, I do think it's unlikely. I think the most likely scenario is for Bitcoin to come down to this level at around 96,818 before seeing a rally to the upside. If Bitcoin does come down to this area and we do see a pump from off this point, I would like to see Bitcoin break back through this level and push to the upside. If we do break below this, then it is likely that we are going to be coming lower and testing these levels down at 91,833 and potentially even down here at 88,265. I do think this area will most likely break. However, if it does hold, then we do have this strong resistance between 106,899 and 108,323 and 108,669 and 110,592, and this is very strong resistance, and I do expect Bitcoin to see a rejection from off this point at least a couple more times before eventually breaking through it and pushing higher. If we take a look at what the indicators are doing, as you can see, the majority of them are pretty bearish. And if we take a look at the Lux Algo market sentiment, as you can see, it is quite bearish. And whales are starting to sell quite heavily here. If we take a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, there is a ton of built up liquidity at 100,920. So if Bitcoin does come down to 109,020, then there will be approximately 37.32 million of long liquidations, which would cause the price of Bitcoin to go lower. However, there is also a ton of liquidity at 102,928. And if Bitcoin was able to come up to this price, then there would be 37.32 million of short liquidations, which would cause the price of Bitcoin to spike higher. I do think the most likely scenario is for Bitcoin to come a bit lower, take out this liquidity, and then for Bitcoin to come as low as 96,860 before seeing a nice little rally. And then I expect for at least a couple of days for Bitcoin to be consolidating between 96,822 and 100,437 before eventually breaking through this resistance and pushing up and testing this level up here between 107,000 and 108,323. If we take a look at the Ethereum chart, as you can see, we did break below the support level at 3,323 and also the one at 3,279, and it is looking like Ethereum is wanting to come lower. The next area of support is going to be at 3,162. If we do break below that, then we have this support between 3,113 and 3,027. And then finally, we have this area of support between 2,973 and 2,895. And if Ethereum does come down to this level, then I do think this is going to be a very good buying opportunity, as I do think it's very unlikely that Ethereum will drop below this level. If we take a look at what the indicators are doing, as you can see, most of them are flipping bearish. And if we take a look at the Lux Algo market sentiment, it's also quite bearish. And as you can see, whales are selling pretty heavily right here, which is why we're seeing this correction. Another indicator I like to look at is called the next pivot point, which predicts future price action based on what's happened in the past. And if we take a look at it right here, it is predicting a movement down to 2,864. This is definitely not an indicator that you would want to use on its own. However, it can be a bit of a helpful tool. I personally don't think we'll be going that low, but I do expect Ethereum to come down to at least the 3,162 level and potentially even lower, down to these levels between 3,107 and 3,028. I do expect this area to most likely hold. And this is where I personally have my limit orders set, between 3,110 and 2,978. And I have my take profit set up here at 3,681. But I do think the most likely scenario is for Ethereum to break this support level and then consolidate between 2,981 and 3,161 before eventually breaking through this resistance and pushing up towards the upside. This is all I've got for you today. If you found this video helpful, it would be greatly appreciated if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.